It's 3:17 in the morning. You suddenly wake up. The room is silent, too silent. You try to sit up, but nothing happens. Your eyes move. Your body doesn't. Your heartbeat grows louder. Slowly, you look toward the bedroom door. Someone is standing there, a tall figure, completely black. No face, no expression, just a dark silhouette, wearing a wide-brimmed hat. He doesn't move. He doesn't speak. He just watches. Then, he's gone. It sounds like the opening scene of a horror movie. Except stories like this have been told for decades by ordinary people who never met each other. If this had happened to one person, it could be dismissed as a nightmare. If it happened to 100, perhaps a coincidence. But thousands? Reports have appeared across North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and beyond. Different countries, different languages, different cultures. Yet many witnesses describe the same impossible details. A tall shadow, a wide-brimmed hat, a silent presence, an overwhelming feeling of terror. Some say they first noticed him standing beside the bed. Others say he appeared near a doorway. Some remember looking into the darkest corner of the room, only to realize they weren't alone. The strange part isn't that people claim to see a shadow. People see strange things all the time. The strange part is how similar their stories are. Imagine opening hundreds of witness reports, one after another. Different names, different years, different lives. Yet somehow, the descriptions begin to repeat. Tall, silent, watching, hat. Investigators and researchers noticed the same pattern. Why would complete strangers describe someone so similar? Was the Hat Man a modern urban legend? Or had people been experiencing the same phenomenon long before the internet connected the world? The answer is surprising. Many reports existed decades before social media, long before stories could spread with a single click. One witness described waking up unable to move while a tall figure stood silently near the bedroom door. Another, living thousands of kilometers away, described almost the exact same experience. Neither knew about the other's story. Neither knew about the name Hat Man, yet both described the same chilling silhouette, and those weren't the only reports. Again and again, the same details kept returning. The hat, the silence, the feeling of being watched. Curiously, most witnesses say the figure doesn't attack. It doesn't chase them. It doesn't even speak. It simply stands there, as if waiting, watching, almost studying them. Then it disappears. No footprints, no evidence. Nothing except a memory so vivid that many people never forget it. At this point, one question becomes impossible to ignore. If these people truly experienced something, why are their stories so similar? Coincidence? Shared imagination? Or is there a hidden explanation connecting them all? To answer that, we have to stop looking into the darkness and start looking inside the human brain. The first clue begins with something every one of us does every night. Sleep. While you sleep, your brain temporarily switches off most of your muscles. It's a built-in safety system that prevents you from acting out your dreams. Normally, your brain and body wake up together, but sometimes they don't. Your mind wakes first, your eyes open. You're aware of your room, but your body remains temporarily paralyzed. This is known as sleep paralysis. For many people, it lasts only a few seconds. But during those seconds, something extraordinary can happen. Your brain is still partly dreaming while you're already awake. The dream and reality briefly overlap. Scientists believe this can create incredibly realistic hallucinations. You may hear footsteps, feel pressure on your chest, or sense that someone else is in the room. The experience feels real because to your brain, it is. But why does the mind create a person instead of something else? The answer may lie in survival. For thousands of years, humans survived by detecting danger quickly. Mistaking a shadow for a person was far safer than ignoring a real threat. Even today, your brain constantly searches for familiar patterns. A coat hanging on a chair, a shadow in a hallway, a tree outside a window. For a split second, your brain may interpret them as a human figure. Scientists call this pareidolia. It's the tendency to recognize meaningful shapes where none actually exist. During sleep paralysis, fear amplifies that process. Your body can't move. Your heart races. Your brain desperately searches for a reason. The easiest answer: someone is standing in the room. That explains the shadow. But what about the hat? Surprisingly, science doesn't have a definitive answer. Some researchers suggest that the brain prefers simple, recognizable silhouettes. A wide-brimmed hat creates a memorable outline, especially in low light. Others think cultural stories may influence how some people later describe similar experiences. Neither explanation answers every report. And that's why the mystery continues. Science explains much of what people experience: sleep paralysis, fear, pattern recognition, the remarkable way our brains build reality from incomplete information. Together, these ideas explain why so many people can experience something that feels absolutely real. But one question still refuses to disappear. Why do strangers from different countries, different cultures, and different generations continue describing someone who looks so remarkably similar? Perhaps one day neuroscience will answer that question completely. Until then, the Hat Man remains one of the world's most fascinating unexplained phenomena, because somewhere, tonight, someone may suddenly wake up, open their eyes, look toward the corner of their room, and see a silent figure standing perfectly still, wearing the very same hat. And perhaps the most unsettling part isn't that people claim to see him, it's that so many of them describe the same man